It's just going to start piling up. We're going to get him. So they send those fingerprints off to testing for confirmation.
But when the results of those tests come back, detectives are blindsided.
Homicide.
The fingerprints found on the bed don't belong to Lakeith Moody.
This is a huge shock. Here, police have been suspecting Lakeith Moody of murdering Sony. But now forensic evidence is pointing to someone who is a complete stranger to this case. Instead, the fingerprints belong to a convicted felon.
Anderson Fredrick.
Anderson Fredrick had spent time in the Shelby County Jail.
Detectives must wait on the results of DNA evidence taken from Sony's body, but they're certain fingerprints found on the bed will link Sony's boyfriend Lakeith Moody to her death. Instead, they point in an entirely different direction.
They expected those prints would belong to Lakeith, but instead, the fingerprints belong to a convicted felon, Anderson Fredrick.
There's no record of Anderson Fredrick ever staying in the room in question. But speaking with the staff, detectives soon discover another connection between the motel and Anderson Fredrick.
Anderson actually used to work at the hotel, and he all of a sudden just left kind of in a rush, and he just never came back.
They track down and find out that he's staying in a homeless shelter in Dallas, Texas. So now police are suspicious.
Detectives contact the homeless shelter and quickly receive a call back from Anderson Fredrick.
Hey, detective, how you doing? This is Anderson Fredrick. Hey, yeah, I got a couple questions I want to ask you.
He informs them that he left Tennessee in 2009 and that he came to Texas.
If Anderson's timeline is to be believed, that means he left Memphis before Sony was even reported missing.
Anderson also claims that he was incarcerated in Texas on another unrelated charge at the time of her disappearance.
As for why his fingerprints were discovered on the bed frame inside which Sony was found, Anderson offers an explanation.
At some point, someone has to set up the bed in the actual hotel room, and those prints can still be on the bed frame from the worker who initially set up the bed.
Okay, well, I'm going to check into that and I'll get back with you. All right, fine.
Detectives immediately contact Texas authorities to verify Anderson's claims.
It checks out absolutely perfect. So at this point, they scratch